Hello everyone. Today we are going to start a new chapter. Chapter 10, Reaching the Age of Adolescence. In the previous chapter, we have discussed about human reproductive organs. Here we are going to discuss about the changes during adolescence. When a newborn baby born, all the organs, including reproductive organs, will be present in the body. But the reproductive organs will not be mature. Growth begins from the day one is born. But upon crossing the age of 10 or 11, there is a sudden change in the growth, which becomes noticeable. The changes takes place in the body are part of growing up. They indicate that you are no longer a child but are on the way to becoming an adult. It is a strange period of life when you are neither a child nor an adult. There is a special name for this age. The term is teenage. You all belongs to the age teenage. Is any differences between adolescence and puberty? Of course, yes. Puberty is the process of physical changes by which adolescents reach sexual maturity. We already discussed that when we born to this world, our reproductive organs are not developed or not matured. The most important change which marks puberty is that boys and girls become capable of reproduction. Puberty ends when an adolescent reaches reproductive maturity. While adolescence is the period of psychological and social transition between childhood and adulthood. Sudden increase in height and hairy line above the lips in boys were signs of adolescence. Today in this video, can we discuss about other changes happening at puberty? The very first change at puberty is the sudden increase in the height. At this time, the long bones, that is the bone of the arms and the legs, elongate and make a person tall. There is a chart in between this male and female, which gives the average rate of growth in height of boys and girls with age. The figures in columns 2 and 3 give the percentage of the height a person has reached at the age given in column 1. For example, by the age 11, a boy has reached 81% of his probable full height, while a girl has reached 88% of her full height. These figures are only representative and there may be individual variations. To calculate the full height, there is a formula. Can you able to see the formula here? Present height in centimeter divided by percentage of full height at this age into 100. So can you find the maximum height of yours by using this formula? Initially, girls grow faster than boys, but by about 18 years of age, both reach their maximum height. The rate of growth in height varies in different individuals. Some may grow suddenly at puberty and then slow down, while others may grow gradually. You must have noticed that height of an individual is more or less similar to that of some family members. This is because height depends on the genes inherited from parents. It is very important to eat the right kind of food during these growing years. This helps the bones, muscles, and other parts of the body get adequate nutrient for growth. Next change during puberty is in body shape. Have you noticed that boys in your class or your brother at home have broader shoulders and wider chest than boys in junior classes? This is because they have entered the age of puberty, when shoulders generally broaden as a result of growth. In girls, the region below the waist becomes wider. In boys, the muscles of the body grow more prominently than in girls. Thus, changes occurring in adolescent boys and girls are different. The next change at puberty is the voice change. Did you notice that sometimes the voice of some of the boys in your class cracks? At puberty, the voice box or the larynx begins to grow. Boys develop larger voice boxes. The growing voice box in boys can be seen as a protruding part of the throat called Adam's apple. In girls, the larynx is hardly visible from the outside because of its small size. Generally, girls have a high pitched voice. Whereas boys have a deep voice. In adolescent boys, sometimes the muscles of the growing voice box go out of the control and the voice becomes hoarse. This state may remain for a few days or weeks, after which the voice becomes normal. The next change is increased activity of sweat and sebaceous gland. During puberty, the secretion of sweat gland and sebaceous gland will increase. Okay, sweat gland will be increased and it will produce more amount of sweat that you may feel. Okay, while doing any activity, the sweat gland will produce more sweat than before. Another problem is the pimple on the face or acne on the face. Okay, that is also because of the hormonal changes. During puberty, our body glands will produce hormones. Okay, because of these hormones, our oil gland will become overactive. This oil gland or sebaceous gland will become more active and produce too much oil on the face or sebum. Okay, when there is too much sebum or oil, the pore, we have small pore on our face, that pore will become blocked. Okay, when the pore is become blocked, it will be bulged like this. That is called pimple. If we are not cleaning our face properly, what will happen? This sebum will attract the bacteria or microorganism from the air and it will grow from our pimple. Then it will lead to a big problem. So only one solution is there to reduce the pimple, that is wash the face twice a day. Okay, using mild soap and all. You can wash your face, that is only the solution. Another thing, don't burst or pop pimples with your nail. That will give mark on the face. So, Sebaceous and sweat gland will produce the productions, but you should be hygienic. When we are hygienic, and our body will not get infection from the microorganisms. The next change during puberty is development of sex organs. In previous chapter you have learned that the reproductive organs in male and female. At puberty, the male organ testis will produce the male gamete sperm. Same like that, in girls, the ovary will start to mature and it will produce the female gamete called eggs. The last change which we are going to discuss today is reaching mental, intellectual and emotional maturity. What do you mean by mental maturity? It is the time in one's life when the brain has the greatest capacity for learning. So you should understand that now you have a brain which has greatest capacity for learning. So you should utilize, you should read textbooks, you should utilize the time properly because your brain has more space. You can accumulate more knowledge there. Don't waste the time by playing mobile games and all. You should utilize the capacity of your brain by filling the knowledge which is needed for you. Okay, then next is intellectual maturity. The change in a person's way of thinking. The persons feel more independent than before and also become self-conscious. So you all are become intellectually mature because you have a capacity for thinking. You know to find a solution for any problems. Okay, you may feel that independent. Before and all, your parents took you to different places. Okay, now you are capable to go outside and come back home safely because of your intellectual maturity. Okay, you know to solve problems, but some problems you need to, not only some problems, all the problems you need to share with your parents. Okay, better than with your friends. If you just think that intellectual maturity of you and your friends will have the same level. So if you can discuss your problems with your parents, they are having more experience and all, they can give the correct solution for all the problems. So you have the thinking ability, but you should get the guidance of your parents also. Okay, the next is the emotional maturity. A person may feel insecure while trying to adjust to the changes in the body and mind. You know that you have lots of changes happening in your body, but some of you may feel shy. Some of you are feeling that something happening wrong in your body. Don't feel like that. Don't feel insecure here. These changes should happen in the body during this adolescent age. If this is not happen, then only you need to worry. Okay, so you should feel secure. Okay, you should know that there is no reason to feel insecure here. These changes are a natural part of growing up.